my best to minimize the noise, but getting some sun out here. And yeah, I wanted to finally film. It looks like somebody's about to like film something over there, actually, and I think they're. You guys see? I think they're about to tell people to move, but I'm gonna film my video regardless. So, hi, I'm doing well. I decided to come and do a questions video on just questions I asked. I'm being so nosy right now. Just questions I asked my friends on Instagram to ask me, and I took there weren't a lot of questions, but there were some good questions, and I just want to go ahead and answer those questions. So thank you to all of the 9 people who asked me questions. Next time I hope that there's a whole lot more, just so it could be a longer video, but this is going to be short and sweet. I'm trying my best not to let's see, hopefully the wind isn't making this sound crazy or anything. I think it's all catching the wind. So here, maybe let's do it like this. Okay, I'm sitting in the grass, even though this is turf, it's hella wet. So my booty's gonna be wet when I get up. But anywho, the first question was, and I'm not gonna say who did them. I just if you ask the questions, you know who you are, and I appreciate you. The first question. So some of my former students follow me on Instagram. So this one comes from one of my former students, and it says, "How is it not having to teach bad kids anymore?" And that's a hilarious question, mainly because at the school I used to teach at, I taught the AVID class, and unfortunately the way that certain school treated the AVID program was that they put kids in there who were who quote unquote in my opinion who had behavioral issues, but in their eyes that's what they saw these kids as behavior problems, so they put them in the AVID program, which was a college prep program, which I taught. But I don't think they were bad kids. In fact, all of the AVID classes that I've taught and that I did teach, we became a family, and that's what I prided, that class on. And I loved teaching those kids, even though they had a bad rep from, the people above. But they were the best kids ever, and I learned so many lessons from them. Even though things did go down in our class, there were fights. However, it was just, a lot of misunderstandings when those fights broke out. But I don't think that these kids were bad at all, and I love and miss all of them. And fingers crossed, I'm going to my last AVID classes, or my last, oh my goodness, my last group of AVID kids graduation this year, so that's super exciting. And yeah, that'll be my last class that I had a bond with, and after that I have no more ties to the old school that I used to teach at. So yeah, there's that. And then it says, from the same student, who was your favorite students? I'm not gonna say that I had favorite students, but I did have favorite classes. And I will say that during my last year of teaching there, which was last year, the class that helped me get through everything that I was struggling with And I'm not going to talk about what I was struggling with, just because I'm not trying to get sued or anything. But yeah, my AVID class was that class because they understood, and they, like I said, we were family. So I thank them for, everything that they helped me get through. And I'm just glad that I even had the chance to teach at that school in the first place. That was my first teaching job, so I'm forever thankful. And I mean, I still run into students to this day, and it's crazy when I run into the ones the first year I started teaching, because they're old now. They're old. I'm old, shit. So it's like crazy to see, like, wow, when I first started teaching, I felt like a baby, and they were babies, and now they're like, we've all grown and all that good stuff. And it's so funny, like, I'm sitting here in the middle of the field, literally smack dab in the middle. And people are just watching me, but oh well, I don't care. I do this shit. But yeah, so favorite students was my AVID class. But last year, all of my classes, all the classes that I had, all of them were gems. But yeah, I would say AVID class. You guys were the best. One of the questions was, what is your pregnancy story? And I kind of talked about it in my last video, but I could talk about, like, when I first found out how I felt and everything. When I found out, like, when I started, like, I started feeling, like, super, like, just, like, sad and emotional. And I remember the first thing the first notion that I figured out that I was pregnant was that I had just been talking to my boyfriend, and I was like, I just started sobbing and, like, boo-hooing and like quivering, crying, and, like, hugging him just because of something so small. And I was like, holy shit, that is not something I usually do. And he was like, whoa, what are you okay? Because, like, I cry, but I don't, like, fucking sob like that. So I was like, I'm emotional. My TMI, but my nipples were hard. Not hard. Actually, they were, but that's, oh my god, that's TMI. But yes, that. And then obviously missed period or whatever. So I think, like, after I had, like, made that, I put two and two together. I think it took me, like, a few days before I took the pregnancy test, and I ended up taking two. And right away, like, the first one, like, you know how you're supposed to wait like 2 minutes or whatever. The first one, like, instantly was like 2 lines, and I was like, oh, okay. And then I was like, let me take the second one. So same thing, instantly 2 lines. And I was like, I was sitting there, my boyfriend was right outside the bathroom, and I was like, okay, all right, I'm really pregnant. And I was like, okay, I definitely want to keep this baby. And that was the end of it, because I was like, you know what, it's time, I'm ready. My boyfriend and I had talked about it, but, like, that was, like, later down the road. We had planned to, like, have a kid, but I didn't know it was going to be this soon. However, I'm, like, super ecstatic. I'm super excited. And I'm blessed. Like, this is a blessing, and I'm so excited for this journey. And yeah, that's the pregnancy story. Number 4, and these questions, I said I wasn't going to say who they came from, but you guys don't know these people. This came from one of my dear friends who is a former coworker at that school that I actually taught at, that I was talking about in the last 2 questions, or in the last 3 questions. So shout out to you, you know who you are. This question is, what was Caroline's gotcha day like? And if you guys don't know, Caroline is my doggie. I love her. And I'm, like, currently, like, watching these dogs, like, zoom around. Look at these dogs. Come on, you see them? This is like prime time for dogs to like start zooming around. Look at these two. Oh my God, they're so cute. So what was her gotcha day like? So the day that I went to Pause in Linwood, which is actually so full circle because I'm moving back to Linwood at the start of May, and that's where I got my dog from. Pause in Linwood. She was a rescue from Texas. So if any of you guys have that similar story, you got your dog from Pause and they came from Texas, that's so dope. Anyways, that day I had gone to the shelter. One second, there's like somebody walking up on me. The shelter, and I was like talking to my roommate, and oh, hi.
I work with the local NBC station. I'm a news reporter.
Yeah.
We're out on Cap Hill trying to talk to people that have been to Pride parades before or have been to the one here in Seattle. Have you been?
I haven't.
You haven't?
Yeah.
Do you have an opinion at all? The story specifically we're working on is about corporate sponsorships for Pride parades and seeing where people kind of sit with that.
I don't know. I feel like corporate and Pride, I don't know. I feel like they like kind of milk it. You know, and I feel like it's probably not a good idea. I think it should be local people, you know, so that's my opinion on it.
Would you be open to like a 1-minute interview with me?
Sure, I'm like filming my YouTube video.
Is it okay if we might
Sure,
cool.
Come on.
What do you do for YouTube? What kind of content do you do?
Just lifestyle. Yeah. You mind if I get this in here?
Yeah, no.
Okay, cool. Okay, one sec. Hilarious. Okay. Oh yeah, what's your name?
Christian.
Christian, I'm Tina.
Nice to meet you.
You too.
So, you're gonna just basically hide it behind you.
Okay.
Oh, we know you break contact all the time. And then you look at me, not to the camera.
Okay. Not me looking at the camera as soon as you say that.
Try to make it not seem super intense.
Okay.
You good?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, sounds good? Okay. Let's get your first last name spelled out.
First name Tina, last name Patricia.
Oh, is it maybe off?
Oh, it's off?
Check the box.
It cut out?
Yeah, no, I got it now.
You got
Okay.
it? Okay, am I good sitting right here?
Yeah, you're good right there.
Okay. Let's start that over. So let's
Okay.
get your first last name spelled out.
First name Tina, Tina. Last name Patricia, Petrusha.
And
Uh-oh.
it's like, for some reason, it's Do you do YouTube full time? Is that the goal?
Yes. Yeah, I want to get monetized, but I'm not there yet.
YouTube changed so much.
I know, for real. Can you hear me now? Oh.
Switch packs.
Okay.
See if this one works better. What do you do for work?
I actually work for a nonprofit. It's the first plant-based hip hop environmental justice
Hip
organization.
and plants
Yeah,
don't seem related.
I know.
What's the relation?
So the relation is our goal is to change the negative connotations of hip hop and make it to where it's like hip hop is the biggest culture and the most influential culture. So we want to change that to be influence people to like take care of the planet and care about the planet because it's the world's like we have climate change issues. So we teach the youth climate environmental justice and
Also, you said planet, not plants.
no, well, hop is great.
Hip hop is great.
Yeah.
I handle some of our weekend outreach.
Okay.
That seems like a
That
cool
would be
store.
great.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we'll have the block party hopefully at the farm, but if not, we'll have it like on the street, like Cherry Street. So
So you do, and what do you do for them?
I'm the one of the youth instructors, so I teach the kids about private justice. So yeah,
Oh, I'd love to come by when you're teaching. That'd be cool.
yeah, super
How do we
dope.
get? Let's go for them.
Okay.
That sound like someone died.
Uh-oh.
Do you live here in Capitol?
I live in First Hill, but I did live here in Capitol. I moved over there.
I just moved here 3 weeks ago. I was trying to figure out a neighborhood.
Oh yeah?
And I was
Wait,
like,
do you live in Capitol?
no, I was like, I can't do this. Rent from working was too much.
I know.
No, I live in a Lower Queen Anne.
Where?
Lower Queen Anne.
Oh,
But I
nice.
like it here because there's more to eat.
Yeah, for real. I just had ramen dambo.
You're what?
Ramen dambo?
Is it good?
Oh, so good. Yeah, you gotta try it.
There's not a lot popping up next to Google, I'll tell you that much.
Yeah.
Are we back?
Yeah, let's try it. I'm not sure what's going on. Okay, go ahead.
Okay.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, interrupt me if the audio is bad. If something happens.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's start over. What's your first last name?
Okay.
Spell it.
Tina, Tina, Patricia, Petrusha. Uh-oh.
Just decided to stop working. I'm not sure what's going on.
Do you want to put a stick mic next to her or something?
Yeah, we might just use the stick mic.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
That's okay.
Do you need me to hold it or can we just put it by her side?
Yeah, you probably just have to do a hold it.
I don't mind holding it. Oh, you
Oh,
want
no,
to
I'll
hold it?
hold it.
Okay.
I'll hold it for you. Sorry.
That's okay. It's all good. I got
Okay, that means
time.
we're gonna have to stand.
Okay.
We're gonna have to stand.
All right. Here, let me
Keep it out of frame. Keep it out of frame.
Yes, go girls, Zoe. Middle.
Like that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's start. Good.
Hands out.
All right, take care. Okay, back to my video. That was pretty cool. That was oops. That was NBC, the local NBC channel, and they were just asking about what do I think about big corporations pulling out of Pride festivals. So yeah, that's what if you heard any of that, that was cool. And yeah, it's so funny. I was gonna say a disclaimer at the beginning of this. Don't be surprised if like anything crazy happens. So that was pretty funny. Okay, next. Oh, okay. So back to what was Caroline's Gotcha Day. I was pretty sad. I like how I just hopped back into this. I was pretty sad and depressed when I went to go look at dogs, and my roommate was like, "We're not getting a dog." And it's so funny because I fell in love with Caroline as soon as I saw her. Like, we looked at all of these other dogs, but Caroline literally, she was like, she was sleeping first of all on her little bed, and then I called her over, and she like came up, sniffed, and then went back to her bed. And I was like, oh my god, this dog is so cute. I want her. So yeah, that was the end of it. And I made an appointment to like go play with her like the following day or something. And yeah, I had one-on-one time with her, and it was just the cutest thing ever. And then after that I was like, I'm getting a dog. And then I just remember like being nervous and like telling my dad, but as soon as I told my dad, he was like, yay, because he thinks that dogs make your life so much better. So yeah, I feel like there's more to that story, but for time's sake, because we're at 26 minutes, I am just gonna go on from there. And then my family friend asked what is my favorite comfort food to make, and lately it's been Loco Moco. If you don't know what that is, I would say it's a Hawaiian dish, and it's like just rice, a burger patty of your choice. It could be plant-based, non-plant-based. Woof, there's like a bug. Oh shoot. Gravy, an egg on top, a hard fried egg, or if you like it like melty, and then some green onions, some furikake, and then I like to put sambal, like a spicy chili sauce on it, and oof, so good. So that's my favorite go-to meal, and if I've made it for you, that means I love you. So if I haven't made it for you, then it's coming. And then number 6 is from another former student. It says, what is your favorite season and why? Oof, there's a big ass bumblebee right there. My favorite season has to be summer, just because I'm a spring baby, but summer, just like, I love the sun. I have a sun tattoo on my back, and summer just makes me happy. I live in Seattle, so anytime there's sun, like today's a beautiful spring day, anytime there's sun, it just makes a lot of people happy, and people are like hella nice. It's so funny how nice people become like when the sun comes out here. But yeah, I love the summer. Next question is, what is your life philosophy? This is a good question from the same person. My life philosophy is, it does not matter what other people think about you, because it only matters what you think about yourself, and that is enough. And once I really like internalized that, and really like didn't care like what other people's opinions of me were, and I stopped people pleasing, that's when I started thriving and becoming more of a social butterfly, and really just not giving a fuck. So other people's opinion of you is not your business. So that's my life philosophy. What's something that has changed your perspective in life and how you view it? I would say losing family members obviously has changed my perspective on life, and the reason being is because each person that I've lost, it taught me like life is precious, life is short. So live your life to the fullest. Don't like hold back. Um, you know, um, I do my best to when I'm not in a depressive mode, I do my best to like live my life to the fullest. And starting like now, I just want to like treat every day like a special occasion. So like today, I got dressed really cute, and I have all my perfumes, and that just reminded me when I was doing art one day. My boyfriend was like, because I was going to go sell my art, and he was like, you should spray all your perfumes on your art piece, just so like people like know it's like part of you, so like your artwork like really speaks for you. And I thought that was so beautiful. One, because I have like a special scent because I like combine all my perfumes. So the thought that he like even said something like that um, was beautiful. And yeah, so I don't know where I was going with that, but basically, yeah, life is short, so treat every day like it's a special occasion. And then this is a question I came up with. It is, what have each of my siblings taught me? And for those of you who don't know, I was adopted, but all in all, I have 4 siblings total. One of them is no longer living, so I'll start from like the oldest. Sean is my oldest brother, and I was adopted into his family. But my brother Sean has taught me that it's okay to, oh my gosh, to still like, to still enjoy like certain things, that, to like really enjoy your inner child. And I think that's something that I learned early on, and that something that I enjoy these days is like healing my inner child. Like if you guys have seen me go swing on swings, go to certain things that remind me of like happier times in my childhood. Yeah, I think it's important to like get in touch with your inner child. So that's what my brother Sean has taught me. My next brother, Trey, he taught me that you are you're truly, a special being, and you have to treat yourself like that. He is so like, what do you call it? He's so reflective and peaceful, and I think that's rubbed off on me a little bit, because just like he's so like just throughout all of the things that have happened in his life, in our lives, he's remained just like grateful and appreciative and peaceful when there's so many reasons to like rage. But I think that just being who you are and knowing that you're a special being is something that he's taught me. And then my next sister, who no longer is with us, I only grew up with her until I was about 7. But I like what she taught me. What she taught me was don't let anybody bully you. And I don't let anybody talk to me crazy. I don't let anybody mess with me. So that's something that I will always cherish, that I have in me, because I used to be a pushover patty, and at some point I was like, I can't do that anymore. I know who I am, I know my worth, and I'm not gonna let anybody walk all over me. So that's what my older sister taught me. And then lastly, my younger sister, she is just, she taught me that, again, don't let anybody like fuck around with you, and just to stand in your power and to know who you are. And yeah, they were very similar actually. So yeah, all of my siblings are, dear to me, and I'm so glad I got to grow up with siblings. And I'm having a kid now, but I mean, I want to see how this goes before I think about giving my kid another sibling. Even though growing up with siblings, oh my gosh, growing up with siblings was the best thing ever, is the best thing ever. So maybe, I don't know, but let's get through one kid first. And then the last question number 10 is, how am I? I am doing fantastic. Today's my boyfriend's birthday, so we're gonna go celebrate. I just took myself out to lunch because he was at school. But later on, we're gonna go out to like a rooftop bar and yeah, get some drinks. So I'm getting a mocktail, obviously, but yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and get off of here because it's already at 35 minutes. And if you like this video, please like and subscribe, and leave down below what was your favorite question that I talked about. Okay? Deuces, peace.